recording. Start streaming. Now it should be set up. Yeah, it went go live. And we kicking it live. We were just sitting there, man. I was just yapping away about what I ate yesterday. And look at that, popped right up on the...
Go in the grocery store,
Yeah, so...
buying oranges.
Yeah, I won't tell that grocery store story because I got to leave out the most important part of it.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
No. But yeah, I went into the grocery store and was there for a very long time. And it wasn't busy. But I hit every aisle.
That's the best time to go and look around.
Mm-hmm. But then I was telling Evan, I went all day yesterday. I'm not switching to vegetarian or anything like that, but I went all day without eating meat.
Nice.
I started my morning. I got this high protein oatmeal. It's banana nut. Oh, it's awesome. Tastes like banana bread. But I like to take a regular banana and I'll slice up a banana and throw it in there. And then I ate 2 oranges. So that was my breakfast. When I went to the store, I found me a big ball of mozzarella cheese. So I bought me a tomato. They did not have any fresh basil. So I was like, what could I use? So I usually use basil or dry basil. Instead of dry basil, I decided to try the Italian Mrs. Dash. Dude.
Italian Mrs. Dash.
Yes. And I will continue to use it. I just took fresh basil off my bruschetta. And I know Italian people are probably screaming at me, but I don't care. It was the shit. So I eat that for lunch. I made myself about 6 pieces of it. So it was like 2 slices of big thick pieces of mozzarella, and then 2 pieces, 2 big nice thick slices of tomato on some French baguette bread. I ate that all day. Because, you pop it in the broiler, it only takes about 3-4 minutes. So I did that. And then for dinner, I ate the rest of that mozzarella ball. I ate a whole ball of mozzarella by myself yesterday.
You won't poop for a couple days.
Probably for weeks, dude.
You can take dynamite to blast that out. No, I can't handle lots of cheese.
I love cheese.
I don't know. Maybe mozzarella wouldn't be too bad. I don't know. I guess that's like eating a lot of pizza, man. You won't be too bad.
Yeah. So, and then I had a salad. So I went all day yesterday with no meat. Today, completely different story. I was a carnivore big time today. So. So, Evan, anything going on?
Oh, not much. No, not really.
Now, wait a minute. Thought no Monday show till the fall. No Wednesday shows, Mark. But I was sick last week or something happened where we had to push it back a day or so. Oh,
yeah, I think we were both sick.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mark, pay attention.
It's hard. We're all over the place.
We do one show in the summer, and then usually we started on Monday nights. All of my memories right now that are popping up are shows that we did last year on Monday. So there you go.
Cool shit. Such great memories.
I know. I go back and there's some of them that I'll read the headline, like chili one, chili's up to $5 and everything like that, and Then I was like, man, we lost so much track of that. I got a piece of paper with it written down, but I lost my piece of paper. Did we even
This
give
is
you?
show 80, by the way.
It is show number 80, and it is the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show.
Yes, it is.
6 minutes in, and we'll give you the intro. Let's see. Evan, I am going to let you pick your category of water cooler trivia.
Water cooler trivia.
For your $1. You can do movies, music, TV, food, geography, American history, world history, religion, literature, math and science, business and economics, or sports.
Math and science or music. I don't know. Let's go with music.
Let's go with music. Hold on. Now I need. Let me see how many of these there are. Give me a number between 1 and 175.
130.
130. Okay, here we go. Evan, your trivia question for $1. Oh my God. What avian musical artist released the 2019 album Threads while announcing it was likely her final studio album? This Missouri-born singer rose to fame with two 1994 charting singles.
Edie Brickell.
Oh,
No.
that was not a bad guess, Evan. It's Sheryl Crow.
Oh,
I was going to give you a
yeah.
hint on that, too. I was going to say she did a duet with Kid Rock. Would you have got it then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would
See,
have been.
yeah, that would have been too easy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yep, I was thinking, nope. Because Edie Brickell was really born about 91 or something, or she was popular.
Yeah.
90.
Wasn't she kind of. I mean, she only had like, what, maybe one or two songs that actually charted.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that song?
I'm not aware of too many things.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's
know.
it.
Yeah, I thought she had
That's it.
another one too. When you said two hits or something,
Yeah,
I
I
thought,
think she did.
that could. I don't know that many Czech artists, but anyway.
How you spell her name?
Brickell,
No.
Edie. It was like, oh,
Yeah,
who?
Edie.
Edie or something, or
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Cause
okay,
now,
Sheryl Crow. I liked a little Sheryl Crow. It was all right.
yeah, she wasn't bad. She wasn't bad. I want to see if it says her hits.
All I wanna do is have some fun. Yeah, yeah, that got ran to the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't really say. I, I just want to know her damn hits. Singles, here we go. What I Am, then Circle,
Circle. That was it.
Little Miss S, Hard Rain's a Gonna Fall, Mama Help Me, Good Times, Pretty Little One. And
Yeah, no.
yeah,
She was a one-hit wonder almost. Okay, give her two, but
yeah, I'm kind of with you. I don't know. I wasn't. And that song, they played the hell out of that song.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was right out of high school,
Was it?
first year of college or something. It was around. Yeah, that was popular about 90, 91.
So did you ever hear that? I'm sure you've been to where is that? Merrimack Caverns over in Missouri.
No.
Oh, you've never been there?
Nope. I've been to some up in like some caverns up in Iowa, but
Well, the whole
no,
thing,
not Missouri.
one of their big like selling points of you going and seeing this was it was supposedly where the James gang hid out and a bunch of outlaws hid out and everything like that. Um, well, there's one guy that he's been, kind of going around and they think they actually found some of Jesse James' loot in one of the caverns.
Cool.
So, after a half hour, he dug down 3 feet. He decided two things. The first one, he was on to something big, possibly defining project of his life. The second one, the second thought was it was time to get a shovel. He dug for a half hour with his hands.
Oh,
And
ouch.
he started finding like coins and stuff like that. And so, man, I'm into that treasure hunting shit. I
You know,
don't,
down in Missouri, they also have the underground like salt mines.
mm hmm.
That's pretty cool. That's huge.
That's kind of scary though. That's where you get your sinkholes and shit.
Possibly, but I don't know. It, it's used. I guess everybody uses it, food storage and everything. It's trucks go in and out of there all day long and into these mountains.
Hell yeah.
Pretty, pretty neat. I
Uh,
thought that was just in Utah, but I found out recently there's one in Missouri too.
wow. This just popped up. You want to hear the best drum solos of all time?
The best drum solo of all time?
Yep. Karn
Yes.
Karn Evil 9, which I can wait a minute. Hold on. No. I didn't think it would. I don't know if we can play that. I'd have to get right to the drum solo. Yeah. That was Carnival 9, Emerson Lake and Palmer, Carl Palmer. The next
Oh.
one is YYZ Rush, Neil Peart.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's a good tune.
See if I can play some of the drum solo.
I don't get to hear him, bummer.
I
But
know.
okay.
I'm sorry. I don't want to play too much of the song because they'll hit us with the
Yeah.
AJA Steely Dan. See if I can find a little bit of this. Oh, I think this is a whole band playing, so I ain't gonna play that. And then Funky Drummer by James Brown. Clyde Stubblefield. He is a bad dude. Go to YouTube after the show and look up Clyde Stubblefield. But there you go. That's what they're saying is the top 5 best drum solos of all time, Evan.
Hmm.
Do you
Yeah.
have it? I'm not. I don't know if I'm a big drummer solo guy. I couldn't really tell you what my favorite drum solo is.
Vicky's into drums, and so it makes me pay more attention to it.
Right.
But being someone who used to tinker with the bass, when I listen to music, I'm listening to a lot of the bass line, which nobody else does. But and it's sad because, like the line about a bass player can show up to a gig and play everything absolutely perfect, and nobody will know he was there. You know what I mean? But when a bass player fucks up, everybody knows that they're on top of him. You know what I mean? It's just most people don't really pay attention, but some bass lines, you listen to some bass players like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
they're flying back there. You listen to some Tool and stuff, you're like, oh my.
Yeah. I
So I've tried to listen to drummers more over the last couple of years, listen to some like Ginger Baker stuff like that. You listen to like some Cream White Room. sit down and listen to that song, you're like, oh my gosh, this dude, I almost feel bad for the guitar player in that song because he's trying to play a solo and he's competing with this drummer that's just putting it on top of him, and it's a good song. Yeah, I listen to drummers a lot more than I used to.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I always did. I always liked the bass and the drums, the percussion. But I just, as far as a solo, I mean, I can tell you one of the best drum solos I've ever seen live was anytime I saw Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee did some stupid shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even during like Shout at the Devil and everything, they lit, even before he got to, where he was raising up and doing the 360s and shit. They were like, they were playing Shout at the Devil in like Nikki Six, and this was in St. Louis if you were there, at the Keel. And Nikki Six walks over and just starts squirting these 2 bottles of lighter fluid on Tommy Lee's drum set, lights it on fire. This dude keeps playing. I'm like, no, no, that's when I'm out of the fucking band.
No, that's metal.
Yeah, yeah, and it was, man. But they had to. They were opening up for Ozzy Osbourne.
You,
So,
you know who? Oh, go ahead.
no, you're fine.
Speaking of drummers, I think a drummer that I have to say I used to really dig and I think is just absolutely declined to nowhere. I tried to listen to new Metallica. They released an album last week or something.
Uh huh.
And I went online, I listened to a couple songs, and I'm like, this is just horrible. It's like this dude has just forgotten how to play. And
Yeah.
then I went and listened to their live stuff, and I'm like, man, this dude he's holding him back. I mean,
Who's
I
that?
was Lars. I'm
Yeah.
Lars because Lars used to be like, I mean, listen years ago, like listen like Justice for All and everything,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like you said before, Lars plays lead drums. I mean, this guy was the leader of the band, and somewhere along the way, it's just like he's just sitting back there just beating the snot out of his snare drum.
Well,
And
dude,
it's like the last couple albums have been that way, and it's just like, what are you doing?
yeah, and I really hope this is a what's going on with some of these old rockers and shit is a wake up call to this newer generation that's doing music. Save your money or invest it. Don't go out and do a bunch of drugs and keep partying like you're 20 years old. And uh, look, he doesn't. I don't even think he needs to. But for some reason, Alice Cooper is in Bloomington this weekend or next weekend.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like, yeah, Alice Cooper was old back in the 80s.
He still draws a crowd. I never got into his music, but
I
it's
didn't either.
amazing some of the old rockers that are still going. And
He still
we
sounds
went
good.
2 years ago. We went and saw George Thorogood over in Iowa. And I mean, George Thorogood's getting up there in age too. I mean, he's all grayed out and everything. And I'm like, man, does this guy need to still do this and everything? He put on a good show and everything. And I come home and look up like what his net worth is. It's like $80 million. I'm like, God bless him, man. He's out there rocking because he just absolutely loves it.
I'm trying to see. And I almost think it was a fake news story. But I had seen where Motley Crue was they were gonna start the tour without Vince Neil.
Really?
But I am not seeing it. I'm not seeing
They're
it
gonna get.
now.
It'd be weird having someone else sing
You can't do it. They
for them.
tried it, remember?
No, but wait
Remember
a
you
minute.
don't
What?
remember when Vince Neil went he even put out a solo album and I think they put in the dude from oh what was that band? Was it Extreme?
I think I remember now. It was some years ago. They did try a different singer, didn't they? And it was horrible. Iron Maiden has done that too. They've got a different singer now. Bruce Dickinson has left again or whatever, and they've got someone else singing, and it's just like, ooh, stop, guys, just
Yeah,
stop.
yeah, you got to stop unless you're Journey. You got to go get you a fucking Filipino dude that sounds exactly like Stephen Perry.
Like I said, God bless these old rockers, but Iron Maiden, it tells you how they're getting to the point. They've actually added another guitar player. They have three guitar players just in case, because one of them's had some health problems. So, like, as long as one guy's got some health problems, is out, sick, you still got two guitar players, and it's like, that's some forward thinking when you're getting up there.
Motley Crue plays NFL draft show. Uh, Reviews are split.
Going for 4 decades.
Oh no, it's Mick Mars. Mick Mars
Oh,
is no longer in Motley Crue.
yeah, they got the guy John Five.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
you
he's
got to go. No, you can't do that unless Mick Mars is getting a percentage, because I mean he wrote a lot of that shit. He wrote a
um,
lot of them songs and everything else, and I think they got to take care of him. I hope they do. I hope they do the right thing.
I'm sure he gets some royalties from the music, but yeah,
I don't know about.
about touring with the music because they're playing music that he wrote, and I'm sure he has to get some royalties from that.
You would think so. You would think so.
I sure hope so.
I don't know, but if you want a laugh when the show is over, or if you're watching it on YouTube, go and watch anything live from Vince Neil in the last 5 years. It is horrendous. They could not pay me to go sit through a Motley Crue concert because I
Yeah,
loved them. I was one of the biggest Crue fans when I was 15, 16 years old. My whole wall, okay, all four walls were covered in Motley Crue posters. I ordered posters from Japan. I had the full 6 foot, individual ones. I had one on each wall. Had Vince, Tommy, Mick, Nikki, in their shout at the devil. So I mean, I loved Motley Crue.
I had the Shout the Devil album, and I was sitting in the living room and I opened it up and my dad was standing there and the when you open the album it had the four photos of those
Yeah.
dudes all in their leather garb that looked like they're a bunch of they look like a
Yeah, look, let's be honest. The only place you saw that kind of stuff was in gay clubs back in the 70s.
the Blue Oyster Bar, if you know
Yes.
where we're coming from.
Yeah.
Um Yeah, that's what that inside looked like. Looked like a bunch of dominatrix and shit. Anyway, he was just like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And at that point, I almost felt a little weird, like, "What the hell am I looking at?"
Yeah.
It's like these dudes, because those guys, the costumes, they took it a little too far,
Oh,
and
shit, dude. Hold on. Uh,
I think I ended up selling that album at a garage sale for like dirt cheap. I had a bunch of them, and I was like, "Eh."
man,
And now it's like I wish I had that back because that original press of that album is
I was
probably
going
as
to
good as
say,
money.
the original, especially if it was the one that opened up and was the
Uh-huh.
actual book and had the lyrics and everything, that is worth big money. Now, look, I'm going to show this on when I first got this album. Okay. Oh, man. Hold on. I had a crush on one of these because I swore to God. Hold on. Oh, window display. Here we go. Oh, damn it. It's gonna. I can't. Okay, it'll put it where mine is. So it was Poison. Look what the cat dragged in.
Oh, that was
Oh,
even worse.
okay.
I'm glad I never got in and
Da-
never spent a penny on any poison. They were, yeah,
Down at the bottom left or bottom right, that is Ricky Rocket.
yeah.
I thought it was a chick. I had a crush on her when I first bought the album.
got a chick drummer, and she is smoking it.
So there we
That's
go.
funny.
But it looks like, I mean, still to this day, I think he died.
No,
Yeah, Ricky Rocket had some issues.
no, I think I never heard of him dying. Maybe. No.
Hold on. I got to look that up now because we can't leave that hanging on the table. Alan said Ricky Rocket died and then just totally left.
I'm looking.
I thought he OD'd or something. Ricky Rocket of poison.
He's still going.
Is
Born
he?
61. Yeah.
I thought there
Doesn't
was
show
more.
a death. Wikipedia.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 61,
Okay.
and he was born in 61. Huh?
Well, I'm glad he didn't die. I'm killing off people. He's dead.
No.
What was the dude on Wasp? Chris Holmes? He's got to be dead.
Was that the front man? Was he the one?
No,
who's in
that was Blackie Lawless. He's still around.
Is he the one who's in that movie and he's just floating in the pool and he just chugging vodka or chugging whiskey?
I know he's got
The
to be
Decline
dead.
of Western Civilization, the Metal Years, was that it?
Yeah, if you have not seen that movie, go watch that.
That was a funny documentary, interesting one back in the
Chris Holmes, musician. Wikipedia, where is it? Okay. Oh, I think he's still alive too.
It's amazing some of these rockers that are still going. Ozzy, still going.
He's still alive.
Yeah. And Keith Richards, of course. I mean, it's not even a joke anymore.
Boy, he doesn't look too good though. I think he's still drinking. There's a picture of him in Finland, and yeah, he's. Whew. Well, I'm glad he's still alive. That's good because I didn't think he would be in that after watching that. Now, I was a fan of that band. I don't know why. I still can listen to some Wasp.
I'm not that familiar with. I know a little, but not a lot of it.
Anyway, let's jump on some news real quick, Evan. We just got a few today, but a few caught my eye. 14-year-old arrested for stealing bus in Nashville, leading police on long chase on the I-40.
A 14-year-old handling a bus?
Yeah.
That's
Shit, they
impressive.
ought to go ahead and just give him his driver's license. And he outran him for a while, so he knows how to,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Get the
Evan,
kids to school.
if this was in your plans this weekend, you can take that. You can get in trouble for this. Florida man arrested for dancing nude in the median.
That'll get you arrested. Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if you held a sign where you were asking for money. Hey, $1, I'll give you a peek at my junk, and made it
Or
made the sign where you could just pull a string and it lifted up a flap. Maybe.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
I was just going to say need money for clothes, but
This one right here, this one was very, very disturbing to me for several reasons. And I'm not going to Tennessee to stay in a hotel. I'll sleep in my fucking truck. Tennessee hotel night manager charged after guest woke up to him sucking on his toes.
Wow.
There's so
That's
much
some room service.
There's so much wrong with that. There's so much wrong with that. Oh, it was in a Hilton, too. This wasn't some Fleabag run hotel. This was the Hilton, Evan. But a
Oh
guest
yeah, you're
woke
not
up.
going to get your toes sucked at a lower level hotel, just the quality ones, you know.
Yeah. A guest woke up on March 30th to the manager sucking on his toes. The night manager, 50-year-old David, was arrested Friday in light of the occurrence. He is charged with aggravated burglary and assault.
Well, that wasn't part of the deal, huh?
My God. Officers report Neil told police he went into the guest room because of the smell of smoke. And he saw that big toe peeking out under the cover. It said, "Hey, baby, come give
He's like,
daddy a kiss."
he's like, my car wouldn't start. I need a tow job. No problem. I'll be right there. Man, what? You missed it.
Oh my God. Big Island tourists on a bus followed GPS right into the water at Hanaku Harbor in Hawaii.
Mm, rough one.
Yeah, listen, man. Sometimes those GPSs are wrong. And if they tell you to turn right and there's like either water or a cornfield or maybe even a fucking cliff,
Or
don't
just no road.
don't turn right. Just keep going. Cuz you're it's obviously messed up and you can either make sure you didn't put in the wrong destination. There's so many other things that you can do instead of, well, maybe the water opens up. Maybe Moses is controlling this sumbitch, and when we get to the water's edge, it'll split and we can just ride on through. What the fuck did you think was going to happen?
I don't know. I know it's not easy to just go turn around in a bus, but yeah. Yeah, don't trust everything.
No.
Don't trust all the electronics like that.
I want to see. I'm trying to see if there's a picture on this story. Oh my God. And another lady did it too right after in a Dodge Caravan. And there is a big picture of this. So we're going to show her because she deserves it. If you are this dumb, I got to figure out how to get that on top of yours. Hold on real quick, folks. Let me see if I can order, move up. Oh, here we go. I got it.
You can do it.
I got it. Yeah. So here we go. And this lady, she followed the bus. And she went right in, Evan. So there we go. Yeah, sometimes, your GPS and, I use mine all the time. But if it's going to tell me to turn into a mountain or, go the wrong way, well, then I'm not going to listen to my GPS. I don't know.
Good advice.
Americans caught smuggling 375 pounds of fruit roll-ups in Israel. TikTok is blamed.
Israel?
Yep.
Why do you need to smuggle fruit roll-ups there?
I don't know. Let's see if
They're forbidden. They're not kosher. It's freaking.
Now, have you seen the video that it's went viral? It's of a chick, and I don't know if it's got the original. Yeah, it doesn't say.
Because it's got a banned dye in Europe or something. I don't know.
You know what? It wasn't the first time Americans have been caught sneaking cavity-inducing amounts of fruit roll-ups in Israel this week. In fact, it wasn't even the first time in the same week. The Times of Israel reported about 661 pounds of fruit roll-ups were confiscated within 1 week at the airport. Anyway, this chick goes on TikTok and she goes, I don't know if you've ever given your partner a with a fruit roll-up, but it's amazing. So now all the, and now there's TikTok videos of like dudes going into like Sam's and buying like 9 of the big cases that have like 150 fruit roll-ups in there, and they're just running up and grabbing them.
Oh no.
So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say why they're uh why
banned
you
in
would have to
Israel?
smuggle the high sugar. Maybe it is something about remember, just because it's photographed well raises a buzz and doesn't mean it's healthy for you or your children. The Israeli Minister of Health said on Facebook. So yeah, I bet you they got a ban on it. So
That's bizarre.
the Israeli government is encouraging citizens to save their money on inflated fruit roll-ups and try a healthier cucumber option instead.
I'm trying to. I don't understand it. Does it with the price of candy skyrocketing in Israel because of a viral video, but why?
Yeah.
This couple was trying to smuggle 375 pounds. Why?
Man, that's a lot of damn fruit roll-ups, dude.
That's heavy as hell.
I
Yeah.
wonder how many fruit roll-ups it takes to make a pound. Because they ain't very heavy. I mean, I don't know. This story right here, and I even did some background. Giant phallus-shaped iceberg floating in Conception Bay in Canada surprises residents of Dildo, Canada.
No kidding.
Yep, and there is a Dildo, Canada. It's actually Dildo, Newfoundland.
No kidding.
Yep.
Didn't see that coming.
And of all places, in Conception Bay. You don't even have to make this shit up. There's
Jokes
no
just write themselves.
I mean, this shit's easy.
Yeah.
Bees on a plane, Evan. Delta flight delayed hours after massive swarm of bees latches on the plane's wing.
Really? The queen was on there, huh?
I guess so. They got a picture. No picture. Damn it. I was wanting to see that. And I don't know if you heard about this. Somebody dumped hundreds of pounds of pasta in the woods in New Jersey. Now, we do have a picture of this. And this is really, really strange.
I heard an explanation for this.
What'd you hear?
That somebody was cleaning up a house somewhere upstream, and they dumped it all this. There was like a bunch of expired boxes of pasta, but I guess it all soaked and floated down the river, and through the soaking, it all accumulated somewhere else.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
up on some bank or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's just laid out in the woods and looks.
It was it was a mystery for a couple days, and that's bizarre. It's not like somebody cooked it, I guess, and dumped it in there just from the, it just swollen up over time,
Well, now we know where it came from.
I don't know if I'm right or not.
Well, that sounds like it's, or it could have been in a, yeah, you're right.
Good enough.
Yep. A moose walks into an Alaskan movie theater, eats popcorn, and leaves.
Impressive. Takes a shit on the floor and walks out. Movie sucked.
Here, we actually got, I think we can do this because it is on YouTube. So
I want to see some Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, here we go.
This one, you guys. Caught on camera, a moose on...
We're not gonna Thank you, ABC number 7. But they're gonna. Oh, I gotta transition it. Damn it. There we go. There he is, Evan. He's just walking up. He's gonna grab him. Look at him. He's eating some popcorn. What are you gonna do?
Hey, fresh popcorn. Don't mind if I do.
I mean, are you gonna go up and say, "Hey, bud, you didn't pay for that"?
Wow. Somebody down the hallway, they're watching, like, what do we do?
Yeah. Now there he goes. He got him some popcorn and just took off, man.
All right. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. So there you
Have a
go.
nice day.
There you go.
Oh.
I think that's gonna main man accused of using fake money to buy vehicle. Here we go.
Like lottery money or Monopoly money?
I don't know. It doesn't even say, but
They printed them off.
let's go ahead and, it's the end of news, so we always go to our buddy Dave Moreland because he always catches the bozo criminal of the day. Uh-oh. I don't think he had a new one. No. I think we did this one. Did we do the one from Oak Park, Michigan? Where the trooper... Yeah, because he ran out of gas on a drug deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Dave ain't got a new one. Let me make sure. Yeah. No. So no.
Since Wednesday.
Yeah. So yeah, that guy, he's probably still in jail. LSD sugar cubes, though. He's kind of got I could put those in a hot thing of tea and take a trip.
Yeah, I guess that would do it. Is that how they started out? Before they did the blotter paper or whatever? I don't know.
I actually heard that it was put on sugar cubes, like back in the 60s and 70s, for a long period of time. Sugar cubes really aren't, they're not very... not a lot of people use them anymore.
No.
I don't even think you can buy them around here.
Guess I never tried. Yeah, most people don't have that sugar out in the open anymore.
No.
We just grab a little cube and throw it in there. No, packets everywhere.
1 lumps or 2.
Yeah.
That was a great cartoon, too. Heckle and Jekyll, because every time they would say, 2, young lad, then the other one would grab the hammer and smack him on the head.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of cartoons we grew up with.
Gee, it's amazing we're not more violent.
I know. Not counting and shit like that. No Dora the Explorer, nothing like that. Oh, we did. We had a couple. They weren't really cartoons, though. We had like Captain Kangaroo, Mr. Rogers. We didn't really have a cool one like... see, I was kind of jealous because when my kids were growing up, they watched Bill Nye the Science Guy. And we didn't have no cool dude like that. There was like a science dude on... what was it? What did I just say? Captain Kangaroo.
There was?
Yeah, that came on like every once in a while, but I can't remember his name.
I can't even remember that show, and I know I used to watch it, but...
That guy had a horrible haircut. Captain Kangaroo had the dumbest haircut in the world. We got to find that. Captain. Look, it don't even pop up. I bet you nobody's... It went from 1955 to 1992. 26 seasons.
Captain Kangaroo?
Yes.
Really?
That's impressive. Yeah, there he is. Oh my God. This shit's scary. I can't believe I watched this guy. He kind of looks like some kind of mass murdering weirdo. Anyway, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Kangaroo.
Gosh, I remember what what the guy's real background wasn't he like some Navy SEAL or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think he was an actual captain. Hold on. I don't know that at all. I'm just. Alan said Captain Kangaroo. Now, are we really going to look up fucking Captain Kangaroo?
Well, I don't know. You want me to?
I think we got to now. Um, longest running nationally broadcast children's television program of its day.
Hmm.
Bob Keeshan was his name. I don't know. The cartoons, Good Morning. It was called Good Morning Captain at first. The theme song.
He enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, but it was still in the United States when Japan surrendered. So,
When did the captain pass away?
2004.
Okay. I thought it's been a while, almost 20 years. Was that your go-to kids show, or what was your go-to kids show?
I don't know. I just remember growing up watching like Sesame Street, The Electric Company, things like that, and then yeah, Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Rogers. That was a staple
Oh
always.
yeah, yeah. I always
Oh,
thought them puppets were weird though. That one
yeah.
puppet he had kind of freaked me out. The one that
That
had
didn't
to.
bother me.
No, it still does. If I saw that puppet in my dreams tonight, I'm waking up screaming.
I thought that was a pretty neat show. I remember growing up, I loved Happy Days. We used to watch all the reruns and everything at Happy Days. I thought Fonzie was like the bomb, man. I thought Fonzie was like the coolest dude ever. You know what I mean?
Oh well, yeah, he was back then.
Yeah.
He was
Uh,
because and he looked like the rowdy guys, but he was a good dude and he was cool. And even though everything he did was righteous and everything, he still made it look cool.
right. He had a lot of wisdom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
He was on it.
I think one of the shows that I was a big fan of, I loved Andy Griffith. I don't know. And I think it's because they did a lot of fishing and stuff on it. And the first part of it was him and his dad walking to go
Yeah.
fishing. I watched that in the morning. Gilligan's Island.
Yes.
Um, God, what was the other one? I just had it on
Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch. Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
go-to morning.
And I love Scooby Doo
Oh yeah,
and all your Warner Brothers stuff. All your
Hanna Barbera.
yeah.
Yeah, because they did. I think didn't they do Scooby Doo and then they did the Flintstones
I
and
don't know. We grew up on all that. I don't. That was good stuff.
Scooby Doo original cartoon. I
Some
think.
shows. I mean, like I think back of like I think TV. It's so much more advanced. I mean, you look. I went back and watched like a Knight Rider episode recently,
Oh yeah,
and it was just absolutely horrible. It
jeez.
was worse than like B movie acting. It was really really bad, and I'm like, I'm glad shows have come a long way that because that stuff was that was absolute just dumb waste of time show. I mean, just really horribly written. Like people do not act like this kind of stuff, you
Right.
know.
You
In a
know,
real world, doesn't happen like this at all. It was just so bad.
and another couple ones that didn't really uh they don't hold time very well is Miami Vice. Horrible
Hmm.
acting in that. Well,
Really? I'd like to go back and watch some. Yeah.
you should, because of the cars and everything like that, and to see how everybody was dressed. So
Yeah.
it is pretty cool on that. Um, yeah, I was right. Hanna Barbera Productions did do Scooby Doo. So I just wanted to. But
Well,
another one was the A Team.
that was a bad show.
That
Yeah.
was bad. It was bad in the 80s, but it's horrible now. Mr. T was not much of an actor.
No, I bet to go back and watch that, it would just be like, yeah,
I
yeah,
pick,
the embarrassing almost for him.
yeah, it was. It was. Uh
That and Chips, yep, loved all those.
yeah, that probably is another one that wouldn't hold. I don't know. That Chips was pretty cool. I mean, if you got to get away and when you go and watch those shows, you can't you can't look at the effects and think you're going to be impressed by like the explosions and stuff like that because half of them were done like on a computer and or like out in the desert and they just kind of cut the film in. So
Yeah, but you gotta, you gotta, you gotta agree that
they are funny.
that shows the reason that most Gen Xers think that when you get in a car wreck, it's gonna burst into flames,
Yeah.
or if you roll a car, it's gonna burst into flames. Most younger people or most older people don't have that, misconception. But I think a lot of our age still like, oh my God, you roll a car, run because it's gonna kaboom. You know, we grew up on that.
I know. I know we did. Man,
So many car explosions and
I clicked on this, but it is not giving me a. I don't know how many. It said Ray Liotta's cause of death,
what did
and
he die of? Did
I
he have a heart attack? Cancer? I
hold on.
started watching Smoking Aces the other day. It came up on one of the things for free. Have you ever seen that movie?
He died from pulmonary edema, edema, and acute heart
Well,
failure. So
edema, swelling, whatever. Um, swollen heart, whatever. I don't know.
yeah, that's too bad. I always liked him, man. He was I tell you why I liked him. He wasn't so outspoken. You know what I mean? I mean, those are the dudes I like.
Yeah.
That aren't sitting there and every time a camera or microphone is put in their face or not telling you their political beliefs and all that shit.
I liked him. He was a good actor, but he was scary at the same time without being like, he wasn't one of those like action, guys that he's going to beat you up. He just had a look like, oh, I'll fuck you up. He was just,
Right.
I guess maybe a lot of it was just from, Goodfellas, especially that scene where he goes across the street and just pistol whips that dude. But he just, I don't know, every movie he was in, it was just like, he didn't have to be, he didn't have to touch anybody. He just scared everyone.
Evan, I'm going to go through a few of these. I know we don't do the list much anymore, but I want to see if we agree with a lot of these. It says the most legendary American rock bands of all time. You want to go through a few of these real quick?
Sure.
See if we agree with them. They're not in any order, I don't think. The Velvet Underground.
Well, yeah, legendary, I guess. I'm not that up on all their stuff.
The Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean,
Y-
kind of cheese, but I mean, they did do a lot of numbers and shit like that. A lot of hits. The
I
Eagle,
disliked the Eagles for a lot of years, but now I'm kind of some of their stuff I actually appreciated.
yeah,
They were pretty good, but they just got kind of overdone. And
yeah, I think they got overplayed. Pearl Jam.
ugh,
I know me and you are not fans of them, but I think they were ahead they were one of the forces that pushed the grunge scene.
they were a big part of it. The thing is, Pearl Jam before Pearl Jam, they were Mother Love Bone.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and if you go back and listen, they had an album and an EP, and they were really cool and groovy. And then when Eddie Vedder took over, the whole band, they went another direction. I liked the first album was pretty decent, and I really tried to like them because I mean I was a fan of Mother Love Bone before that, and then I don't know, it just became Eddie Vedder's drunken mumbling, and all their songs just became just serious. I don't know, just they all sounded the same and they all sucked.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not like I said, I think they did leave their mark. So, like I
But
said.
there was better of all the Seattle bands of the time, Nirvana and Soundgarden, Screaming Trees. Pearl Jam was really at the bottom in a way, but they kind of almost came out on top. Sad.
All right, Evan. I'll give you a hint on this one. I tell you what, you get this one right. I'm gonna give you your dollar you lost earlier. What was the first act to sign a contract for Woodstock? Four guys in the band.
Rolling Stones were not there.
No,
Oh, I should know this.
I
Who's
know
the first one? And
they were
you
the
think four guys? I know Beatles weren't there either.
no.
Um, Rolling Stones. That takes out the two before piece band. Credence? No.
Yo, Evan, you've nailed it.
Did
Congratulations.
I?
Yeah, Evan, you are a dollar up.
The only reason I knew that because I not knew that, but thought of that recently. Went and watched a documentary on them, and they were kind of a boring band.
Yeah.
But at one time, I guess they were like top of the record sales around 69, 70. They were really, really huge, bigger than I thought.
The next one is the Grateful Dead. Yeah, you got to put them. They got to be on
That's
any list. Just next one is the Doors.
mm-hmm.
Steely
I like some
Dan.
Grateful Dead too. Steely Dan, I like Steely Dan.
I do too.
Some of their, I mean, they had some good tunes, and then a lot of it was like, yeah, but they were really unique, great songwriters, really unique stuff.
I can't believe they threw these guys on here. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, you got it. They've been going 40 years. I mean,
And of course, Fleetwood Mac. Yes.
yeah.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bon Jovi.
That makes me laugh. I just told you the other day that Deb, at 27 years old, he never heard of Bon Jovi or Def Leppard, and he knows a
Oh.
lot of his music. He knows, quite a bit.
Did you turn him on some Def Leppard?
No,
Oh, dude, I think you got to turn him on High and Dry.
yeah, that or the early stuff, or that
Yeah.
or Pyromania on through the night. One of the
On
first
Through the
three.
Night's a good one too. Though if the one that starts with another hit and run or whatever, I can't.
That's high and dry.
Yeah, that album. God, I'm gonna listen to that driving to work. The Beach Boys, of
Hmm.
course, yeah, because the Beach Boys also did a lot of side stuff. They did a lot of producing and a lot of writing for other bands in that era. The
You
Ramones.
man, I'd never really known anybody listen to Ramones. That's one of those another bands that's kind of legendary, but I never really got into to myself. Maybe I just need to give them a chance, but it's one of those like legend, kind of like Motorhead, everybody's heard them, but whoever listens to them.
Right, right. Steve Miller Band.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Jimi Hendrix, of course. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band.
Dig Bob Seger.
I did too. That voice.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Elvis, duh. Ah, Kiss.
Yeah, legendary. I mean, their whole deal. I mean, yeah.
Aerosmith.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, they deserve their place.
The Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
I do like them. Uh,
Hmm.
Leonard Skinner, of course.
Yeah.
Evan, you're going to love this. Boston.
I dig Boston.
I know you do.
They had great sound and just unique. The recording everything for back then.
The the Allman Brothers Band.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't like this one. White Stripes.
Man, Jack White, man, I struggle with him sometimes because
I
I'm
do
like,
too.
is the dude good or is he lucky?
Yeah,
Like
right.
all over the place, hit and miss. I think a lot of his stuff is crap, but some of the White Stripe is really unique for a two-piece outfit. Kind of like if you ever listen to old Black Keys, man, you're like two-piece band, but they really did some kind of had a neat sound.
Right. The Birds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read these kind of quick because I kind of want to get back to that last one. Van Halen, Journey,
Hmm.
Jefferson Airplane, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I am so with you. Soundgarden,
Yep.
uh, and Chuck Berry.
Huh.
Uh,
Legendary, yes.
yeah, I think Chuck Berry. Man, that if you listen to him and his guitar playing and everything, man, you listen to rock and roll today. They're still using his style and shit.
Oh yeah, that's where it all
So,
came from.
yeah. So anyway, that was a fun little list to go through. That was the most legendary American rock bands of all time. Do you know any that should have been on there that weren't?
How can you have the White Stripes on there and not have someone like Metallica,
Y-
um, U2? You know?
Well, is U2 though considered American?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry. Metallica, yes, but no, U2.
Metallica,
Sorry,
yeah.
no. Um, American rock bands, yes, that are legendary. Yeah, there's more. Hmm.
See, I mean, because at first I was like, oh, Zeppelin's going to be on there. And then I remembered, no, them guys are from England. And then, of
Yeah.
course, because if they added England, of course, you would have had Zeppelin. You would have had. But I thought wasn't Hendrix born in London?
No, but I think once he got out of the war, he moved there
Oh,
out
that's
of the
right.
service,
That's right.
and he pretty much lived there after that. That was pretty much his home. Um, hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, a lot of there's more, but those are some legendary bands.
I think you got to put Tool in there.
Oh hell yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think he's a weirdo, but I love Maynard. I love him because he's different,
Oh yeah,
and he
that
doesn't
whole
care.
band.
Yeah. But anyway, where we at? Oh,
I
wait.
was thinking about Tool the other day because I was frustrated with that Metallica album, and I was like, man, I was really a huge Metallica fan. I'm like, what happened? And I was like, I know what happened. I found Tool.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what happens when you have musicians that can really play. And I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
like Metallica for a bunch of hacks, they were all good, but none of them are outstanding. I tell you, Hetfield's a good, rhythm player, and they had some good bass players. Kirk Hammett is he's a throwaway, always has been. And Lars was, because he was in there from the beginning, and he was Lars. But when you hear, like, you listen to Tool, and every one of those guys is phenomenal, then you're like, oh, this is a different ball game.
Yeah. Yeah. But all right, Chili, let's go ahead and let's wrap up show number 80
All right,
for
we've
this.
rambled long enough, I guess.
Yeah. And I do want to say to all the ladies out there, I hope you have a happy Mother's Day coming up this Sunday. And
Correct.
we hope you get everything you want, and hopefully the family takes care of you, and show you how much they appreciate and love you. So, happy Mother's Day.
Nice.
Chili, you got anything?
No, I don't. Anyway,
All right.
thanks for joining us.
Yeah, show number 80 in the tubes, down the tubes, in the commode, wherever we're throwing this thing. But anyway, peace, guys. We love you, and like always, be good to one another.
Good night, everyone.